So in the past few weeks, I have made some tutorial videos about how you can run some open source AI models like Llama, DeepSeek, Qwen, Gemma, and many others locally on your PC and in some cases even your Android phone. So you could have a local conversation that could be operated offline. And that's also good for privacy because that means there is no data being collected and every single conversation that you have with AI is stored safely in your device. But there is an issue with this approach because a lot of times big models with multi-billion parameters usually need some decent hardware to be operated. I'm talking about GPU that costs thousands of dollars and not something that most people could afford, and therefore you can only able to run some smaller models, which is okay, but it is not the best model. And not to mention, you cannot access the internet, unlike if you're using ChatGPT or Gemini, where it is connected to the web, so it can pull the latest data from the web. But local models, especially the smaller ones, they don't have access to the internet, so it's limited to its running data. But what if there is an online AI model that actually behaves similarly to a local model? Well, enter Lumo AI. So the Proton company from Europe just released Lumo, an AI model that is advertised as something that's actually privacy focused. It's going to protect your privacy because there is no data being collected. This is actually the main selling point of Proton. They're actually a company that created a lot of products, especially privacy focused products like emails, VPN, etc. And now they have this model called Lumo. So the benefit of Lumo is that there is no logs. They're not going to be collecting the data, and also zero access encryption, which means even the company itself has no idea about the things that you said in the Lumo conversation. So everything is private and you are in total control. There is no data sharing, and it's not going to be used for future AI training. And it is based on the open source model, which I believe likely to be Mistral AI. I'm sure they're using Mistral. I don't think they're going to be using models from Llama or maybe from China like Qwen, DeepSeek, stuff like that. I don't think they're going to be using that. I believe they are using or based on Mistral model, which is also very good for privacy, and it happens to be from Europe, so they are basically being protected by the same regulation in Europe. So I think that makes a lot of sense. And also, this model has the ghost mode, so in case you just don't want AI to list the conversation, you can enable that. And there's also web search, very useful in case you want to get the latest information, then you can enable that, and it will pull data from the internet to give you the latest data. And there's also file uploads, and it is integrated with the Proton Drive feature in case you are using the drive storage feature from Proton. Now, to access this AI tool, you can navigate to lumo.proton.me. This is the URL. And by the way, it is also available for both Android and iOS. I'm going to leave the link in the video description in case you want to install that on your phone. But let me show you just a quick tour about a few things that you could do with Lumo AI. So the interface is quite simple. I think if you're using ChatGPT or Gemini, it's very easy to be familiar with this AI tool. Now, there is the ghost mode that you can click here in case you don't want to the chat to appear on the history. You can enable that. And also there's the web search. In case you want to get the latest information, just enable that and it will pull data from the internet. Let's say I want to get latest news from NVIDIA and then hit enter. It is not the fastest model. I don't think it's the most powerful model, but it is just enough to help you write some email or maybe summarize news topic or maybe help you understand certain concept. I think it is more than enough. And of course, it is privacy focused. So, in case you want to have some conversation that you don't want to share with anyone, then I guess Lumo is actually one of the best tools that you could try. And here you can open this sidebar to see some history, and you can start some conversation, and it will appear on the very top. In case you want to access that conversation again, you can start your conversation. And yeah, I guess that's basically it. It's actually quite simple. And of course, there's the upload mode right here. There's the upload feature where you can upload a document and you can have a conversation about that document with the help of Lumo AI. So That's basically just a quick tour about Lumo AI, man. I'm hoping that there's going to be some more amazing addition to Lumo AI in the future. And of course, I'm hoping that this model is going to be even more powerful so it can compete against some bigger models. And yeah, that's basically just my take about this Lumo AI tool. Feel free to check the links in case you want to try this AI tool. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. I wish you a great day ahead.